You have a lot of wires today. So, okay, starting with the evaluation, I think Murali did a pretty good job. It was definitely better than all the other second speeches I've heard. I've never seen anyone use slides for the second speech. So now the challenge for you is to keep improving, because now we know that you are a good speaker and we want you to keep improving on that. So what was good about your speech? It was well prepared. I'm pretty sure you did a lot of practice on it. You appeared very confident over here. You talked slowly. It's usual for people to hurry when they are new to public speaking. You talk slowly. You had a clear voice. I didn't catch any ums or something, and I'm sure our counter will confirm that. You had a good opening, good body, and an almost good conclusion. I'll come to that later. Also, the speech transitions when you move from the opening to the body, when you go to the example and come back to the main point, I think that was pretty well done. As I mentioned, I've never seen anyone use slides for second speech, and I think you did a good use of the slides to give us some examples. I really like that born in the 50s example. That was really interesting. So a lot of good examples, good anecdotes, and I think that really captured the audience attention. Now, few of the things which I think you can improve on are, firstly, eye contact. You were looking somewhere there above Atul's head, but I was tempted to see what was there, but a lot of times you are looking over there, and that is kind of a sign that you are well prepared, and you are trying to remember what you prepared. Instead, you should try to look at the audience so that they feel more personal, and that is actually a challenge. I mean, when you look at the audience and when you see someone is sleeping, it's actually a challenge to, sorry, it's actually a challenge to speak like that. So that is one thing you can improve on. You didn't have, I mean, your voice was gentle and that was good, but you didn't have enough modulation, which is again fine for a second speech, but something you may want to work on in the future. For example, when you give the example, like they were all born in the 50s, that's like a ta-da moment. So you can raise your voice over there. The conclusion was a bit abrupt. You had that line from Three Idiots, and before everyone could read, suddenly people were clapping. The Toastmaster came back and all. I think you could have just read that line so that people could have got a time to have a look at it. Finally, about the use of slides, I did mention it was good, but I would also like to add that it is kind of cheating, because in the initial speeches, we try to discourage people to use reference notes or something. And by using slides, you essentially had reference notes, so you didn't have to remember your speech that well. So I would recommend trying to avoid doing that, and next speech is just trying to remember what your speech is and speak accordingly. And I would like to conclude saying that it was a pretty good speech, and I would look forward to your future speeches.